Good afternoon. This is your CNews update. Caribbean Airlines is set to implement a new booking system which they hope will reduce the number of passengers stranded while waiting for standby flights. The board of the airline was asked about the company's operations during a joint select committee this morning, and the difficulty of obtaining flights to Tobago became a matter of discussion.
My understanding is that the equipment is not necessarily the issue. The issue really is the question of the bookings, the booking system that is in place, which is allowing people to book flights, don't turn up whenever they wish, get into the standby. And I think that my understanding is that it is not an equipment issue, it's a booking issue.
The vice chairman explained that they have looked into a modern booking system which will make the airline more aware of seat availability.
And that booking system seems to have the capacity to resolve this issue, but it has not been implemented to its full extent. And we are looking at that very closely in order to implement that to prevent the abuse in terms of the booking. And I think that that is a major issue.
The Joint Trade Union Movement is calling on Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley to relieve Minister Colm Imbert of some of his responsibilities. JTUM's President Ansel Roger made the call outside the office of the Prime Minister just before delivering a letter to the Prime Minister on behalf of the Steelworkers Union. He said it's not right for Mr. Imbert as Finance Minister to act as Energy Minister and at times as Prime Minister.
While the PNM was in opposition and the partnership was in government, correctly so, we ourselves and also the opposition then would have been jumping to high heavens speaking out against that. That is wrong and it must stop immediately.
Tobago has already started discussions on having the tourism agency in place to market the island. Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, Kelvin Charles, says there are several issues which need to be addressed on the island and the work is being done.
Part of the challenge, as you know, is how do we move to one, increase our room stock, two, create the levels of standards required so that we have high rooms. Three, how do we encourage further airlift? Four, if you wish, how do we encourage foreign direct investment into the industry? And then, of course, in respect of airlift, the whole issue of the domestic air bridge. So,
further news now, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is seeking the urgent assistance of the public in locating 19-year-old Alyssa Pear. Alyssa of Upper St. John Road, St. Augustine, was reported missing to the Tunapuna Police Station last Thursday by her mother, Ravisha De Freitas. The young woman was last seen leaving her grandmother's home at Arangwa's Main Road, San Juan, on Thursday. Now we're told she left to meet a man who promised to assist her with finding employment. Alyssa is of mixed descent, 5 feet 3 inches tall, medium build with a light brown complexion and short curly brown hair. She was last seen wearing a pair of thick-soled slippers, a pair of blue 3/4 jeans, and a purple floral sleeveless top. Now, anyone with information on the whereabouts of Alyssa Pear is asked to call 800-TIPS or contact the police at 555-999-911 or any police station. And now, here's the weather with Ian Wallace.
After the daytime showers, a few hillsides will still be damp overnight. Expect a couple of showers through this evening and tonight, but most areas should gradually begin to settle as we go into early Tuesday. It's been a pleasant 30 degrees Celsius in Tobago, 31 degrees Celsius in Trinidad. Expect a cool night as low as 22 degrees Celsius. Tuesday should be partly sunny to fair with the occasional shower, particularly along the hillsides. The rough seas bulletin has been dropped by the Meteorological Service, but they still advise you to exercise caution as seas gradually return to normal. Look for wind waves of 2 meters to the Caribbean and the Atlantic with east-northeasterly swells of 10 seconds and east-northeasterly winds of 10 to 15 knots, occasionally getting up to 20 knots Tuesday. Low tide at 11 p.m. is followed by high tide at 5 a.m. That is the latest weather, and I am meteorologist Ian Wallace.
And that was your CNews update. I am Karen Kozier-Phillip.